Insta360 X5, X4Air, Go Ultra or Ace Pro 2. If I could only choose one of these 4 cameras, I would choose... Wait, we need to discuss this in more detail, because the perfect choice depends very much on the individual needs. So let's find out which camera would be perfect for you. First, I'll show you the special features and strengths of each of the 4 cameras in comparison to the others. But I'll also point out the weaknesses of each camera. We will also look at a few comparative shots, and to make your choice even easier, at the end of the video I've created 5 user categories and will assign the optimal camera to each category. And there are fantastic offers on all cameras at the moment, with a particularly useful free accessory. But more on that at the end. Let's start with the X5 and the X4Air. What are their main strengths compared to the Go Ultra and the Ace Pro 2? In my opinion, the X5 is still the best 360 camera you can buy. The X4Air is a smaller version of the X5 with a smaller sensor. I'll go into the exact differences in a moment. But what makes these 2 cameras so special? Unlike the Ace Pro 2 and the Go Ultra, they have 2 image sensors and lenses. In other words, 2 cameras. The images are then combined into a single 360 image. This has 3 key advantages. With the X5 and the X4Air, you can take 360 shots that allow you to look around freely during playback. Or you can take a 360 shot without having to worry about framing and then freely choose the framing in post. And export your shot as a conventional video clip in a typical format. This means that you end up with a flat video clip, but you have complete freedom in choosing the framing. The first advantage is that the selfie stick automatically disappears from the shot. Yes, this is also possible with the Ace Pro 2, but in the case of the Ace Pro 2, it's a completely artificial and digital effect, as if you were removing the selfie stick from the image in Photoshop. It's different with the X5 and the X4Air. Here, the selfie stick is automatically removed, and the result looks much better. The invisible selfie stick effect is mainly made possible by the overlapping shots of the 2 extremely wide lenses, and the reframing and the invisible selfie stick effect, in combination with the many mounts, enable very special and creative shots that are only possible in this form with a 360 camera. If this freedom and these creative shooting angles appeal to you, then either the X5 or the X4Air is the camera of your choice. Of course, reframing has the decisive disadvantage of significantly reducing the resolution, as you are basically using a crop of the 360 image. This is also true for the X5 or the X4Air. But both are high-quality 360 cameras that can take 360 shots in 8K. You can then select the optimal framing and export the clip in 4K, even if the actual resolution after reframing is closer to 2.7K. But what exactly is the difference between the X5 and the X4Air? The X5 has significantly larger sensors than the X4Air. This enables better image quality. The difference is particularly noticeable in low-light conditions. On the other hand, the X4Air is much smaller and lighter, and it also costs less. These are the most important differences between these 2 cameras in a nutshell. But there are other differences as well, and in a few days, there will be a very detailed comparison between the 2 cameras on my channel. For now, it's important to note that when it comes to image quality, the X5, in contrast to the X4Air, has no disadvantages compared to the other 2 cameras, even in low-light conditions. The image quality of the X5 is just as good in low light as the image quality of the Ace Pro 2, for example. That's incredible when you consider that this is a 360 camera. And the 2 360 cameras have 2 more advantages in this comparison. They have a significantly wider field of view than the other 2 cameras. This is great for action shots in particular. The wide look is immersive and also shows a lot of the surroundings. In addition, the wide field of view offers extremely good stabilization, which is also visibly better than the stabilization of the other 2 cameras. That all sounds great, but both cameras also have disadvantages. We have seen that the field of view of the X5 and the X4Air is extremely wide. I consider this as an advantage, but depending on the situation, it can also be a disadvantage. Not everyone likes this wide look, and if you want to get closer to the subject, you have to crop the shot even more, which is not recommended for a 360 shot. In addition, the 2 fisheye lenses cause heavy distortion. However, with the field of view Omega, Insta360 has the distortion well under control. In addition, as already mentioned, a reframed 360 clip has a maximum resolution of approximately 2.7K. The difference in resolution is difficult to see in a direct comparison, but it's not a true 4K recording. You also have to reframe, in other words, edit all your 360 recordings and cannot use them immediately. That said, the app now has many features that make reframing very easy and fast. If you don't feel like reframing and only need a flat recording, this is possible with the X5 and the X4Air in the so-called single lens mode. And as you can see, the image quality of the single lens recordings is absolutely comparable to the recordings of the other two cameras. With both 360 cameras, you can take 4K shots at up to 60 frames per second in single lens mode. But the X5 in particular has a few more disadvantages in this comparison. It is not small and is not particularly well suited for mounting on a helmet. It is also the most expensive of the 4 cameras. At the end I will give you the current prices and offers for all cameras. And you will of course find links to all cameras in the video description. By the way, all cameras were provided to me by Insta360 for testing purposes. But this video does not contain any additional paid sponsorship, and all statements are based on my personal opinion. We have now seen that both 360 cameras can also take high quality shots in single lens mode, which are hardly inferior in terms of image quality when compared directly. This is no surprise, as the sensors of the X5 are even slightly larger than the sensor of the Ace Pro 2. And the Ace Pro 2 is not exactly small and light either, but the Ace Pro 2 also has advantages and unique features in this comparison. For me personally, the greatest strength of the Ace Pro 2 lies in the frame rates. It's the only camera in this comparison that can take high quality 4K shots at 120 frames per second. This means that if, for example, you need a high quality slow motion shot to capture an action scene, you have to go for the Ace Pro 2. It's also the only camera that can shoot flat clips in 8K. That means extremely high resolution footage, and that at up to 30 frames per second. Although you should be aware that not every computer can handle this high resolution footage well. The Ace Pro 2 has a few other interesting strengths. It was developed in collaboration with Leica and therefore also features a range of Leica color profiles. These are also suitable for videos, but in my opinion they are particularly suitable for photos. And especially for use as a photo camera, there are now a few interesting new accessories available for the Ace Pro 2. There is a new Explorer Pro Grip that transforms your Ace Pro 2 into a stylish point-and-shoot camera, and even a directly connectable pocket printer that turns the Ace Pro 2 into an instant camera. That's pretty cool. But there are also some very special accessories for video recording, including a new cinematic anamorphic lens. Together with the Go Ultra, it also has the extremely useful flip-up display, which is a huge advantage when you want to film yourself. With the clarity zoom, the Ace Pro 2, just like the Go Ultra, has a 2x zoom function, which is a digital crop, but the high-resolution sensor allows for almost lossless image quality. Does the Ace Pro 2 have any disadvantages? Hardly any. The only real disadvantage compared to the other cameras is that apart from the higher frame rates and the accessories mentioned, it has very few exclusive features. It is neither particularly small nor light, nor does it have significantly better image quality than the X5 or the Go Ultra, not even in low light. But it's a good camera. Nevertheless, in a direct comparison between the Ace Pro 2 and the Go Ultra, I would recommend the Go Ultra to most users. And that brings us to one of my absolute favorite cameras this year. What are the Go Ultra's greatest strengths? I think that's pretty clear. The great thing about the Go Ultra is, of course, its small form factor. Look how small the Go Ultra is compared to the other cameras. And at only 53 grams, it's of course by far the lightest camera of the 4. But that's not all. The whole concept of the Go Ultra and the combination with the Action Pod is very well thought out and makes the little Go Ultra an extremely versatile camera. The Go Ultra is not only extremely small, it also has magnets on the back and can therefore be attached to metallic surfaces without an additional mount. It also has a locking mechanism for a quick and secure attachment to other magnetic mounts. Yes, the Ace Pro 2 also has a magnetic mount, but no camera can be attached as easily and offers as many mounting options as the Go Ultra. This also has to do with the many mounts and accessories that Insta360 offers for the Go Ultra. Pivot stand, easy clip, magnet pendant, and so on. And the overall concept with the Action Pod is simply ingenious. The Action Pod is not only the Go Ultra's charging station, you can also use it as a remote control with an integrated display for the Go Ultra. This means you can attach the camera somewhere, for example to a helmet, and then use the Action Pod to check the framing and start recording. It's quick and easy. You don't need to connect an additional remote or a smartphone. And of course, you can also mount the Go Ultra in the Action Pod and use it like a normal action camera, which, like the Ace Pro 2, has a flip-up display. And the best thing is, even though the Go Ultra is so small, It has hardly any disadvantages. The image quality is absolutely comparable to that of the significantly larger Ace Pro 2. As you can see here, the recordings are almost indistinguishable from each other, and that even applies to shots taken in low light, which is no surprise. After all, the Go Ultra's sensor is even slightly larger than that of the Ace Pro 2. The field of view is also comparably wide, and what is often forgotten, its low weight and compact body make it an extremely durable camera that can survive falls well. Similar to all other cameras in this comparison, the lens cover can be easily replaced. Of course, there are also ND filters and even a close-up lens available for the Go Ultra. So it's a great full-featured camera, but it does have a few limitations. As we've already seen, it can't shoot slow motion in 4K at 120 frames per second. For 120 frames per second, you have to reduce the resolution to 2.7K. Unlike with the Ace Pro 2, filming in 4K at 60 frames per second results in a slight crop. The Go Ultra also supports HDR in 4K, but the HDR mode is not available in 4K 60. And underwater, you should use a separate underwater lens for a clearer image. I can give the all clear when it comes to overheating and battery life. The Go Ultra has no problem with overheating. Without the action pod, it films in 4K 30 for 46 minutes. With the action pod, it even shoots for 2 hours and 20 minutes, which is significantly longer than the recording time of the Ace Pro 2. All 4 cameras are also available in white, and even though the color white can have its disadvantages, it looks really cool. All 3 cameras have a very good internal microphone, especially if you turn on the voice enhancement setting. But for vlogging and really good audio quality, you should use a Bluetooth microphone with all 3 cameras. And the best choice for Insta360 cameras is the Insta360 Mic Air. And the Insta360 Mic Air is the much better choice than all of the DJI microphones. Simply because when using the DJI microphones, you have to use the receiver for good audio quality, and using the receiver on these cameras is cumbersome. I think you now know the most important advantages and disadvantages of these 4 cameras from Insta360. To make your choice even easier, I have created 5 categories of users and will tell you which camera I consider most suitable for each category. But since price also plays a role here, we should take a look at the current prices first. All cameras are currently on sale. The X5 normally costs $550, but you can currently get it for $465. The X4 has even been reduced by $100 and currently costs only $299. The Ace Pro 2 is priced at $470, but right now it's only $335. And the Go Ultra is $430, but right now you can get it for $370. So there are significant discounts on all 4 cameras. And best of all, if you use the links in the description, you'll get an Insta360 Mic Air as a free gift with all cameras. An exclusive and extremely valuable additional accessory. But who should buy which of the 4 cameras? If you don't own an action camera yet and have little experience with cameras, I would recommend the Go Ultra. You can't go wrong with it, and you'll be very satisfied. It's very easy to use, so it's easy to get started, and it produces excellent footage in the default settings. The workflow is simple. You can mount the camera anywhere and you don't have to reframe. The Go Ultra is very versatile. If the small form factor is not relevant to you, the Ace Pro 2 would be a good and slightly cheaper alternative. If you are a beginner but are interested in a 360 camera, the X4Air could be a good and affordable starting point. If, on the other hand, you already have experience with action cameras, do a lot of sports, often film yourself doing them, and maybe already have an older action camera lying around, then go for the X5. It opens up a whole new world of action shots. The reframing, the invisible selfie stick effect, and the extremely wide field of view enable completely new, unusual and creative shots. It's just fun to experience something new. If you're not interested in a 360 camera, I recommend the Ace Pro 2. For cool action shots, it's simply an advantage if you can also take high quality slow motion shots. If, on the other hand, you mainly create videos for social media, and by that I mean less traditional YouTube videos and more vertical videos for TikTok or Instagram, then go for the Go Ultra. The square camera is also great for taking vertical shots. You can simply turn the camera to the side when recording, and its small form factor makes it particularly well suited for taking fun and creative clips. The Action Pod's flip screen is also well suited for vlogging. If you're an avid sportsman and want an action camera to capture the best possible footage of your sport, then for me, the optimal camera depends on the type of sport and the mount you use. If you mainly shoot with a chest mount, for example when biking or skiing, then I recommend the Ace Pro 2. It can be mounted on the chest mount better than the X5 and the weight is not noticeable on the chest mount. A 360 camera is not very useful on a chest mount. If, on the other hand, you film a lot with a pole, then go for the X5. The invisible selfie stick effect and the wide angle are simply a decisive advantage here. The Go Ultra is particularly suitable for use on a helmet. It weighs very little and you can easily check the framing with the action pot. And for the family or as a travel camera, I would also choose the Go Ultra. As I said, it's very easy to use, has excellent image quality and takes good shots even in low light conditions and indoors. Especially without the action pot, it's very robust, hard to break, can be mounted anywhere, and with the action pot's flip screen, you can film yourself and your family well. But of course a 360 camera would also be well suited for this purpose. As I said, you'll find a link to all 4 cameras in the video description. The Mic Air is a free gift that you only get with these affiliate links. If you want to know more about the cameras in this comparison, you'll find several reviews and tutorials on all cameras on my channel. I'll put links to the best videos in the video description. And since we've been talking about Insta360 cameras today, the Insta360 Flow 2 Pro, probably the best smartphone gimbal you can buy, is also on sale right now. In case you're interested, I'll put a link in the description, because you'll also get a very useful accessory as a free gift with the Flow 2 Pro. Give me a like as feedback if you found the video interesting. There will be more videos about Insta360 cameras. So stay tuned and see you next time.